Hello, one and all. Welcome back to Let's Talk About Rwby. Not used to saying that. I am the Max of you trades. With me is
YourOnlyMate, and you found me after last time.
yeah, you got lost. I actually figured out specifically what happened. This wasn't your fault. It was my fault. My internet connection just completely dropped.
Oh, seriously? I thought it was on my end.
It was not. It was my fault all along, and I didn't even know it until long after the fact.
Okay.
The internet came back almost instantly afterwards, but yeah, that's where you were. Anyway.
Sorry, I had a tiny fly coming at my face.
Anyway. The main point. We're going to be talking about Rwby again, because people actually seem to enjoy the last one, so hey, why not? We're going to talk about the episode anyway, so sure, we'll record it too.
Yeah, why not?
Alright, anything you want to say or declare before we get to the episode?
Well, I'm probably not going to have my reaction to this chapter up for a while.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's because of the Department of Receipt that handles like unblocking the videos is going on Thanksgiving, like holiday for the weekend, so no one will be in the office to actually review my video and unblock it.
Well, that's a bummer, but it'll eventually go up.
Yeah, and no one will watch it.
Okay, well, now that needlessly depressing moment has passed.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about the episode then.
Yes, let's. And we start off with Crow walking into a ramen shop.
That's owned by Piccolo.
Yes, who is not Christopher Sabat and is in fact Lenny Pator from Team 4 Star, as I only just learned.
Yeah, he got them mixed up, which I think is a good thing because it just goes to show just how good abridged Piccolo sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know.
Like, it's not me being an idiot and mishearing it, it's Lenny Pator being that good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little of both, really.
A little, but I mean, I'm trying not to insult myself.
Fair enough.
And compliment the guy.
Gotcha. Well, any ding-dong who, so Crow's going around and he's asking all sorts of people about, you know, huntsman things, like, yo, I need some help here, but he can't find nobody.
No, because they're all missing.
Probably dead.
Probably. Although I got so sad when he was at their house and asking.
No, we don't need to bring that up. Don't need to bring that up. Don't even start.
Okay.
I did not subscribe for that nonsense. Get out of here. It was very depressing, yes. If you've seen the episode, you know what the scene was with the kid, okay? We're moving on.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
Anyway.
The scene with the kid.
Yes. Eventually, Crow starts to catch on to the fact that, yeah, these people are probably dead, because most of them have been missing for, like, over a month without any communication.
Well, some over a month. I actually noticed that one was only, like, just gone for a mission, like, a few days ago.
Well, it's possible not all of them are dead, but...
Yeah, but, like, they're just not there.
Right. Either way, somebody is, I think, going around and getting rid of them for whatever reason. I mean, I guess it's possible that they aren't being murdered, but at the same time, I mean, why would Crow go back and pay that guy's tab?
Well, yeah, other than to clear his name.
Well, I guess, but he had no reason to really just straight up come back if he... I don't know. Seems weird.
I do like that little thing he did.
No, it was a good...
Pay the guy off.
Yeah, it was a good quiet scene.
Yeah.
It was nice of Piccolo to not try and shank Crow again.
Although, why do I now really want to hear Piccolo yelling, "Dodge!" right before the knife comes through the door?
Well, now you have another idea for your crack video.
Yes. Although I'm a bit hesitant of using Volume 5 because of the Content ID policy that Steve has at the moment. I'm a bit paranoid that they'll get blocked immediately.
Well, then you can just wait until you're done being paranoid. It doesn't matter. The point is, I want to see Piccolo with a knife. Anyway. So, yeah, Crow...
Cool, actually.
Yeah, Crow's been just kind of going about, and he's trying to find people. He can't find nobody, like, literally nobody, which is rather suspect.
Yeah.
Like he himself says later in the episode, it's like, a few of them, sure, but all of them?
Something's up.
Yeah, there was at least, I don't know, upwards of like I think at least about 20 people he tried to find. It's like, and he can't find a lead on any of them? That's just not good. Anyway, so Crow's having trouble. And in a different plane of time and space, we have... exactly what I expected to have happen. We have, Yang and Weiss talking with Raven. Well, I mean, Weiss is present. She doesn't do a whole lot, but, I mean, she's there.
Well, she calls Raven obnoxious.
And she is.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, what I predicted was Raven was going to tell us nothing new. This would just be, I guess it would just be new information for Yang and Weiss at this point, but it would be stuff
Yeah,
that,
but not for the audience.
and I never expected to get new information out of her. I don't know, a lot of people in the comments were upset that she only said things that we already knew, but, like, I don't know what you were expecting then. Because without that baseline of information, nothing new would have made any sense to people like Yang and Weiss.
Yeah, pretty much.
You have to realize that they, you know, they need to catch up with the audience, too.
Yeah, like, they still don't know about the maidens and all that.
Oh, yeah, they don't...
stuff.
You're right, they don't even know that. Oh, snap. Either way...
You know what, I'll get into that later.
Sure. Either way, so, you know, Raven goes on her whole big spiel, and really, as I thought, gave us really no reason to take her word over Ozpin's in any way, I think.
Yeah, I was never really planning on doing that.
Yeah,
I was willing to hear Raven out.
No, I was willing to hear it out. There's just, yeah, there's nothing there. She's got nothing. Basically, all she did was fill Yang and Weiss in on stuff that the audience was privy to. And
Did she really fill them in, though? She even still seemed really vague about it.
yeah, she was still super vague about it because she was also trying to manipulate at least Yang into staying.
Yeah, it's... I mean, it doesn't surprise me that she was trying to do that, but at the same time, no.
Basically, it
No,
was, yeah,
I don't want that.
Yeah, basically, it was the bare minimum of information that she gave them to fill them more up. And basically she added on...
Keep their interest so that they'll stay.
Yeah. It was like, oh, look at all this information I have. And you don't want to go to Ozpin and get the information from him because he'll lie to you. And it's like, I mean, the only real...
What reason do we have to trust you?
Exactly, but the only thing about what she said is in relation to her old team. In that Ozpin was a lot like... to her team, like how he is to Rwby's team now. With like you know, letting them bend
training,
rules.
missions, and yeah, bending the rules when they got in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, like, I don't know, even if she is onto something and Ozpin is, like, I don't know, needlessly endangering anybody, at the same time, like, nobody has to do what he says.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has free will.
Exactly. And especially when you add on to the fact that, my brain... I just had a brain fart, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, well.
Oh, brain farts. Gonna hate those.
Yeah, they happen a lot. Either way, oh, right.
And so do actual farts.
Yes. I remember now. It's, the fact that with Raven, she seemed like... I don't really understand what her plan is, because she knows about Salem. She knows that she is an incredible threat that could probably kill everybody. In fact, she herself even says that she wants humanity extinguished. Of which Raven is. So is her plan just to... I mean, she has no interest in fighting her, so she's just decided to sit around and wait for death? Is that it? Does she think that her weird
in the process steal stuff and kill villages worth of people?
Yeah, I don't understand what she's trying to do.
Even more reason for Yang and Weiss not to trust her.
Exactly.
Especially considering that she said that they enlisted in Beacon to learn how to kill huntsmen.
Right, I forgot about that part. However, the difference being, Crow eventually realized, hey, you know what, I ain't about that.
No, I don't want to kill innocent people.
Exactly. I mean...
Be evil.
I know, I mean, he might have been somewhat when he was younger and stuff, but, you know, that's just... You know, that's just tribe mentality, essentially.
Yeah, but then
it was their only way of thinking up until that point. And
That's actually kind of like Blake.
A little bit.
Like, in the White Fang.
Yeah.
And then she realizes, no, this is wrong, and then leaves.
Exactly.
So,
when you go your whole life...
Crow and Blake have something to relate to.
Exactly.
To some extent.
Yeah,
so.
a little bit. But, yeah, when one way of thinking is the only way you've ever seen anything in your life, then when you see something... When you see a new point of view, a new way of looking at things, you have one of two reactions, and it's either a Crow reaction or a Raven reaction.
I think that's now the official term for it.
I think it probably should at this point, because basically that's the nature and nurture situation. And Crow, when he saw a new side of things, decided to rebel against what he perceived as the wrong side that he was on, while Raven seemed perfectly content to stay with that. At least that's... I don't know. Maybe she tried to do what Crow did, and something happened.
There's still a lot that we don't know.
We don't really have any idea, because...
Actually, this was brought up in Rwby Rewind when she was talking about Team Stark. She mentions Crow and Ty, but says nothing about Summer.
Yeah, I did notice that.
So
that...
what's up with that?
That could... I mean, I'm guessing it's possible there's animosity that... Maybe Ozpin sent Summer off on that mission that she didn't come back from. I mean... That's possible, but at the same time, Raven had already long since left by that point.
Yeah, true.
So I don't know how much that really could have done things, which means even before Summer died, Raven had already decided, to hell with you and your baby, I'm out. Oh, and just for the...
She even decided to hell with you and my baby!
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But the long and... The interesting thing, and the thing I want to point out here is, so I guess, because Yang said she recognized her bird form and stuff, and...
I was going to mention that. Is this going to be, like, something where if we go back and rewatch all of Rwby and look closely in the background, we'll see a raven?
If there's a raven near Yang in any prior scenes, I wouldn't be surprised, but it would be cool. But the point I wanted, to make...
It's kind of like, you remember when Volume 4, when Jean took his armor off and we saw what was on his hoodie?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go back and rewatch all the volumes, you can see, like, little glimpses of it.
Oh, really?
Like, under his armor. I did not notice that, and when I rewatched Volume 1, I was like, wait a minute. It was there the whole time!
That's actually kind of awesome.
It is.
The thing I wanted to point out, and we'll talk more about, you know, the whole revealing of the turning into a raven thing and stuff, you know, magic.
I mean,
magic
Crow turns into a crow,
Well, no, it's not surprising to us.
Yeah, but surprising to Weiss and Yang.
Exactly, because I guess it's revealing magic. Side note to the thing I'm trying to say, I do kind of like Weiss's point of view. It's like, yeah, you know, we've got dust and semblances, but magic? Like, really? Like, Weiss, you're my favorite.
We have these superpowers and crystals that let us do practically anything, but like magic?
Weiss, y'all my favorite. But come on. I mean, is it really that hard to believe? Anyway, what I've been trying to say is, Raven apparently keeping an eye over Yang while in a bird form doesn't excuse her actions.
No, and honestly, Raven, if you have been keeping an eye on Yang in bird form, I have 3 questions.
Ask them.
Wait, is it 3? You know what, I just have questions. I'm not gonna say a specific number.
Alright, then ask some.
Okay. Where were you when Adam cut off Yang's arm?
She didn't care at the time.
2, if you were there, why did you let Adam walk away from that scot-free?
Well, I guess because of that whole I saved her once already mentality.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this out there. If I had a daughter, like, in the future and some arsehole cut her arm off for really no reason, aside from, I have a grudge against this person that she knows.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I would go full-on Punisher. And, by the way, this is a spoiler alert for the Punisher Netflix series. Well, not a plot spoiler, but...
Yeah.
I would, smash the guy's face into a mirror, grab him by the head, put the side of his head up against that mirror, drag it...
Ow.
Like, for a while.
Yeah.
Then say, every time you look at your mangled face, I want you to remember these things. 1, the pain that you're feeling right now. 2, never to get anywhere near my daughter or anyone she cares about ever again. And 3, me. Slam his face into it again and knock him out.
That's a pretty good scene. Not even gonna lie.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
It's hard not to relate to the Punisher, at least slightly, even if it's a part you don't like to admit. Anyway, I don't know. I guess best case scenario, that was one of the times she didn't go and visited Yang in her bird form and didn't see it happen. I don't know.
Yeah, that is entirely possible. You can't be everywhere at once, even if you are a bird.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, she can teleport and she's got a bird, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I don't know, I guess it would depend on how long it would take information to the effect of, like, Beacon is under attack, and she goes like, huh, don't I have a kid there, or something?
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, as I was saying, Raven basically just kind of goes on and says stuff that the audience knows, but tacks on a whole bunch of, yeah, though, but Ozpin is a jerk, and I don't like him, and you shouldn't like him either. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. He turned me into a bird.
Is that really a bad thing, though? It seems like it would actually help you out for a lot of scenarios.
So far, I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt that perhaps there's another side to it that we don't know or haven't seen.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, maybe it was incredibly painful to have acquired that ability, or, I don't know, maybe it does something like shorten your lifespan a whole bunch, I don't know.
That I could maybe see.
I mean, so, if it's something like that, I can kind of get it.
I remember hearing this, like, speculation that turned into, like, an animal is, like, somewhat like a faunus trait, and leading people to believe, oh, is Yang part faunus?
Oh.
Like,
well,
because of that?
I mean, I guess I could see why people would think that, but definitely not now. It's pretty clear that the turning into birds thing wasn't something that they could innately do.
Yeah, so that's put an end to that, if that was even a theory.
I don't know, maybe it was an aura transfer thing? I mean, we've seen the machine.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
So, I don't know, maybe they have, like, absorbed, like, a bird faunus aura, and that's something that
or
happens.
it was just someone who has the ability to shapeshift.
Or something of that effect. I honestly have no clue. Pure speculation.
Then if you get that power, why only a bird?
I have no idea.
Why not turn into a dinosaur and just murder everything?
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, not people. I mean, just Grim.
Yeah, no, I understand. Oh, man, Dinosaur Grim.
Oh.
I wonder if that'll ever be a thing. I want to see a T-Rex Grim. That'd be awesome.
Oh, that would be, actually.
Okay.
I mean, we've seen a dragon Grim, so a T-Rex isn't...
It's not that, yeah, it's not that different.
And even a sea dragon and a ghost!
It's true. So, who knows what else it could be. So,
I want there to be a cow Grim, and I want Professor Port to keep one in a hole.
Now that I understand the reference, that's really funny.
Please do that.
Put the cow in the hole. Anyway. So, Raven gives Yang, and I guess to a lesser extent Weiss, because, I mean, she is there, probably the world's least difficult ultimatum ever.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I've been really vague. You can stay here and ask me things, or you can go to the person you've been begging me to take you to.
It's like you can go
like, this whole time.
You can go through your portal and go to your stupid sister and probably talk to Ozpin and get filled full of lies, or you can stay in my bandit camp and I'll answer questions vaguely. Like,
I think if we were Yang, we'd make the exact same decision.
Yeah, no, I genuinely do not. It would make no sense for Yang to even consider it, and that's why I like that she didn't. She was like, okay.
Exactly.
You know, like, the decision was done before the question was asked.
Nice move, Raven.
Yeah. And, oh, by the way, you did call it. She did go and get her bike back.
I was about to say that. Yay. She remembered the bike.
And shout out to Weiss. Shout out to Weiss on the scene where they were about to go in, and Raven does this whole, oh, the next time I see you, I might not be so nice. Before Yang even says, you weren't nice now, like, you can see Weiss just kind of roll her eyes at her. It's like,
I completely missed that!
You did?
Hang on, I'm gonna actually pull it up and rewatch it.
Yeah, go look at that scene when they go in, and you'll see Weiss just kind of indignantly go, ugh. and roll her eyes. Like, are you serious with that nonsense? It's pretty great.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, sure.
Damn it, load.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, don't want that. Okay, so I'm just making sure that I didn't make that up because I pulled it up too. It's like yada yada yada.
Why is this not loading?
I don't know. And then she glares, and then I roll. Yep, there it is. Love it.
Even though you confirmed that, I want to look it up because I want to see it.
Yeah, go for it. I'll just keep talking about other stuff for the moment while you do that. So I genuinely don't understand Raven's plan there. Did she honestly, I mean, even though she went, oh, I know that she wasn't nice at the time after they left, like, was she really expecting Yang to take that offer into consideration? I mean, maybe at one point.
Oh, there it is! I just saw it!
There it is, yeah.
That is amazing!
It is, like, Weiss didn't say anything, but you can tell how she's feeling about the situation, too.
Oh, that is awesome.
She is even more fed up with this than Yang is.
I mean, to be fair, though, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah.
Like, this person kidnaps you, you find out it's your friend's mother, she's been really vague about everything, and then says, I won't be so nice next time.
It's like, oh, dang, seriously? Because you've been so hospital there right now. I was like, why wouldn't we want to stay in this bandit camp and slowly wait for death?
Yeah, I remember when I was at RTX London, look, this was back when we just thought that Yang was going to Raven.
Right.
But I remember someone speculating that Yang was gonna, like, become the new leader of that bandit tribe. And I'm just like, no, I don't want that, because it feels like it kind of goes against who Yang is.
Yeah, no, well, the whole idea of her going after Raven instead of Rwby in of itself is out of character.
But then it turns out, oh,
no, yeah, exactly. No, that was a great subversion because, I mean, we kind of knew what Raven's semblance was, but at the same time, we didn't entirely know. So the fact that Yang was able to get that information and use it to her advantage, and it made us think that that's why, she was going to Raven for the reasons we thought, even though not the case. Yeah. So that's good writing. It took something we expected, and it turned it around into a way that we didn't think was happening, but is the one
and gave us what we wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, Yang was always going on about finding her sister, and that is awesome.
Yeah. And along the way, found Weiss.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's just a hell of an awesome bonus. It's like, man, I wasn't planning on this. I mean, I imagine at some point, eventually, they would have probably tried to find a way to help Weiss in some way. I don't know how. It
probably would have been, like, if Yang didn't find her then and just left, and Weiss was still on her own, then she would have reunited with everyone, then joined their raid on the bandit camp, and they would have found Weiss there and somehow bumped into Blake.
Right, and even then, if, say, the ship she was on didn't crash, I mean, that's basically where she was trying to get to anyway, even though she didn't know that that's where her teammates were going.
Yeah, she didn't actually know until Yang confirmed anything.
Oh yeah, no, she had no idea. She thought her sister was there. And figured it's like, well, that's as good a place as any to go.
And then Yang shows up and is like, I'll take you to my sister.
And he's all like, aw, snap, I'm down for that. And before we get into the
thing that everyone wants us to talk about.
Yeah, the scene of the episode, the real reason we're here. I do want to point out, I actually saw, like, a Tumblr post. It's linked in the TV Tropes page, so you can find it there. Because I don't remember the name. But there was, like, yeah, there was this person who analyzed that scene with Yang and Weiss, like, with their hug. And that basically, well, first of all, that's like the first openly affectionate gesture Weiss has gotten in about half a year.
Oh my god, that's true.
And I mean, Klein was there, but he could only do so much. And
yeah,
as far as it's sort of the same with Yang. She had her dad, and he was great, but like you got to take into consideration, like, the last time she even, like, saw Weiss.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so much...
Well, not just Weiss, but everyone.
I know, so just, in general, it's crazy. So, it was a scene that... It was a moment that they both really needed. Because I feel like Weiss inadvertently showing up really helped Yang, like, chill. I know, because, you know, haha, Ice Queen. I didn't mean to say that, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, even in this episode, Weiss was kind of trying to make sure Yang didn't go completely off the handle.
Yeah, like, saying, Yang, like, are you okay?
It's okay to not
calm
be.
down.
I really, really liked that she said that. It's okay if you're not. Because you do not hear people say that often. It's like,
No, you did not, actually.
well, I'm not completely sure what you're going through, but I've got a couple ideas. I mean, I know what happened to you before I last saw you, so... And you've got a robot arm now, so...
Oh, yeah, she never, like, made a comment on that.
And honestly, in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah, it's not really needed.
not really important, and not really something that we needed. It's like, oh, hey, nice arm. It's like, meh. That doesn't really serve a point.
I mean, we could see that in the next episode, possibly.
It's totally possible. And honestly, if anybody, it's going to be Rwby who does it. Okay, so right before the ending scene, we actually have Crow talking for a little bit. And, you know, him...
As we alluded to, like, a few I can understand, but all of them...
All of them, this is absolute bupkis. And then he hears one of Raven's portals open up, and he's all like, crap!
Oh no, it's my sister!
He genuinely seemed freaked out at the possibility of her showing up.
I know. Like, wait, Raven actually decided to visit family?
Like, what? But, you know, then he hears the vroom vroom, and he's all like, oh, well, that's something I wasn't expecting. I like Crow's reaction.
Yeah, me too.
It's a subtle and subdued one, but it's a really good one. And then we also then briefly get Team Ranger and the... Okay, next Rwby season, Rwby Chibi, I want a segment cooking with Team Ranger.
Oh my god. Wait, wouldn't it be cooking with Team Juniper, though?
I mean, it could. But I like the idea of having Rwby in there. I just want to see a cook.
That could be where they got the name Ranger from.
It's possible.
They're doing a cooking show, and they're like, what name can we give us? Ranger!
Yeah, there you go. We'll find a way to make it work. The point is, and
then they have, like, some line of, like, man, you guys work really good together.
Yeah.
Oh, God, have Pura say that.
Oh, now, okay, see, now you made a funny and a cute into a sad.
I don't know why I see that happening for some reason.
No, that's the kind of gut punch they'd pull. Anyway, Nora eats as much as she cooks, which is hilarious.
I mean, it's Nora, what do you expect?
Well, obviously, and Rwby burns food, so that's something. And so, she decides to walk off, conveniently not looking straight ahead of her to prolong it as long as possible.
I know.
Then she looks up, and wham!
And down goes the tea.
Yeah, well, it served its purpose.
Yeah.
Don't worry, a very dramatic thing just happened.
And Ruby's, like,
she
panicking.
Yeah, she panics, is like, oh, crap.
I'm sorry, I should have spoken to you. I should have told you if I was leaving. And that's when we have Yang interrupt her with
a hug. There was a hug. It was so cute.
I mean, that had to be for Yang and Rwby finding each other again.
Especially, okay, so it's possible that they probably exchanged words, you know, after Rwby talked to Yang that one time when she first woke up and before she left. But, from our perspective, the last thing we saw Rwby say to Yang was, I love you. And then the first thing Yang says back to Rwby is that. And even if they did exchange words at some point in the middle of that, that was perfect. That is perfect, because Rwby genuinely was kind of scared that her sister just didn't really care anymore. It was, like...
Yeah,
could not have been easy for her.
That's something that was really heart-wrenching for me at the end of Volume 3, was seeing Yang like that.
Yeah, it was messed up. Anyway, so... Whoa, a dropping thing. So everyone...
Oh, no, not the thing!
Yeah, the thing. It was an Allen wrench.
Okay.
So everyone else goes in, and Weiss looks on, and she's like, "Oh, that's really nice. I'll just respectfully stand over here." And then they're all like, "Oh, hell no! Get in this hug, girl."
I love the fact that they, like, asked her to get in and they made it a group hug.
They did, and it's awesome because, like, she wasn't even looking at them at the time, so, like, she had, like, so they that was a decision they both made at the time, Rwby and Yang. It's like, yo, get in here, you.
Yep,
Also,
and that's 3 members down.
And, I mean...
1 left.
Only 1 more, and then I'm
Come on, please.
I'm rewatching this.
Lead menagerie.
I'm rewatching the scene, and, it's so cute.
I can send you a screenshot to put in this if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'm totally down with using that.
I'd be surprised if you want.
Yeah, I know, right? Also,
do you want me to crop it so that no one else is in other than the Rwby members?
No, it's fine as is.
You sure? All right.
Yeah, no, it's totally cool. I like that there's other people there.
I do like how Oscar just walks in and he's like, "Wait, what?"
It's like, okay, I don't know, I don't know who that is or what's going on, but it seems to be a heartwarming
I don't know
moment.
who they are.
No, it seems like this is a heartwarming moment, whatever the context is. So I'll just be over here.
I'll just smile and
Yeah.
stand here.
Yeah. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but was Rwby always taller than Weiss?
No, she was not.
Because she is now.
Oh yeah.
Look at the hug, and you'll notice that Rwby's feet are on the ground, and Weiss
And her knees are bent as well.
and her knees are bent a little, and Weiss is on her tippy toes.
Oh yeah, Ruby's still. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, so Rwby grew a little.
Yeah, I definitely think she did. I guess so. Now Weiss is the tiniest.
Actually, yeah. It's funny that you say that. I've even got this Japanese fanbook that lists all the characters' height.
Yeah.
By the way, Junior is massive.
He is?
Oh yeah, he's like the tallest character ever.
Really? That's random.
You know, I should bring it next time we record this and list off characters' height. But
Yeah, you absolutely should.
Like, literally, the smallest to tallest member of Team Rwby went exactly Rwby, Weiss, Blake, Yang.
Makes sense.
It was literally in that order of who was tallest, and
Well, I mean, none of them are done growing yet, so who knows what the final tally will be.
yeah, who knows? They could all stay at the same height.
It's true. They could be done. They could keep
exactly
going.
like this tall.
We just don't know. Any ding dong way. So, is there anything about this reunion between the 3 of them?
Oh yeah, that was something I meant to bring up. I was watching the Rwby Rewind podcast, which to all of our listeners I recommend. You find out some nice behind the scenes stuff, like this thing I'm about to bring up.
Okay.
One of the 3D animators who was on that podcast, who mocapped Rwby, said that she brought in her personal experience of like remembering when her older sister like went off to college and seeing her like at the door for the first time, like coming back. So she channeled that into the mocap of Rwby.
That's adorable.
I know, I love that.
That is genuine. That is too pure.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, what I was gonna say is there anything about this reunion, these 3 specifically, that you didn't get that you wanted? I mean, I know obviously you want Blake back, but for the sake of these 3 in particular, is this everything you wanted or expected from the reunion? Or
they hugged when they saw each other. That is what I was expecting.
Okay, good. I mean, and I also like that Weiss was being very respectful about it and just kind of she was she just stood there and waited.
Yeah, she respects that this is a family moment and she shouldn't interrupt. I'm not trying to point a finger at someone.
No, absolutely. And I find, and I'm not the only person to think this, that letting Weiss in is kind of symbolic of like, it's like, yo, you're family now too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're a team.
It's kind of like what like a lot of people in the Rooster Teeth community say, we're not just a community, we're a family.
Yeah. So it's like,
So it's kind of like that in a way.
yeah.
Well, not, yeah.
Basically, no, you're definitely on the right track there with that. So I like that, especially considering, you know, Weiss's actual family.
Yeah.
Like, Weiss looked so happy. She was so happy. It was like, they want me, yay! I'm so used to not being wanted. Depressing. But it's okay now.
Yeah, everything's fine. They're together, they're happy, they just need Blake to recomplete the team.
Blake... It makes sense that we would get these three before, and Blake would be last, considering...
Yeah, Blake, leave Menagerie.
I know.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, in Ruby Rewind, they said that Blake is that character who does what you don't want her to do, like an actual cat, so, okay, Blake, stay in Menagerie, you're doing great.
Yeah. No, this is definitely good. I don't know if I brought it up in the last episode, but something I liked is that Blake basically flat out admits that Sun was a very large help in helping Blake.
Yeah, I think you did bring this up.
Yeah, because I just liked that. Yeah, it's very cat-like, but it's awesome that, you know, despite constantly getting hit for it, it actually amounted to something.
To be fair, though, he didn't exactly have the best approach to it.
Oh no, he was a guy trying to do his best without knowing how to do it. And there's a certain level of respect that I can have with that. Either way,
Yeah.
It makes sense that Blake's going to be last because while Rwby and Weiss are more than most likely just going to be happy to see her again, it's gonna be a thing. When Yang and Blake see each other again, it's gonna be awkward, and there's probably gonna be a little more anger than heartwarming. At least at first.
We'll see.
I mean, it's totally possible that they could just let bygones be bygones, but at the same time...
I mean, one thought I did kind of have, like, what if it looks like Yang is really mad, and Blake is panicking like she thinks she is,
yeah,
and just,
I've seen...
close her eyes and braces.
Yeah, I've seen I know, I've seen a fan art comic of that exact thing. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not possible, it's... You know,
I mean, Weiss, like, took time to think after Blake ran off, so it's possible that Yang could have done it too.
It's true. It's also possible. We don't know how much Yang really even thought about Blake in that time, really.
Yeah.
We don't know what was going through her head for, like, 6-7 months. But, I don't know. It's possible that had they met one-on-one first, there would have been animosity, but it's possible that being with Rwby and Weiss and the rest of Juniper will probably mellow her.
Actually, it's funny you bring that up because, as I mentioned in the Rwby Rewind podcast, they showed a preview for the next chapter. And but Max, you have not seen it.
No, I haven't.
So this will be your first time of it being described to you.
Yeah.
But, okay, for everyone listening, by the time this is uploaded, this chapter will be first members only. So,
but they'll probably post that preview like on Twitter or something.
Possibly.
Either way, just be warned about spoils and what have you.
Yeah, just in case. Spoiler alert: if you're a first member and for some reason haven't seen it yet, go watch it.
Yeah.
But if you're not and you don't want to be spoiled, stop watching this video. But before you leave, like and subscribe to both our channels. Just saying.
Yeah.
So, in this 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. In this preview, we see the remains of Rwby and Juniper just sitting at a table, having some ramen. And they're just talking about what Team Ranger have been through and laughing and having a good time.
Yay!
Yeah, like Yang even says, wait, what? How could you lose your map at a time like that?
Oh, awesome. Oh, okay.
And
So that...
Rwby's talking about how Ren went like off the rails against Ed Grimm, and he's like, "Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry, I lost my temper." And she's like, "No, it's in a good way."
Yeah.
Awkward silence, and he's like, "Oh, thank you."
Okay, good. So, we're not going to, after the heartwarming ending of this episode, we're not going to immediately dive back into the angst ocean.
But there's something I have some speculation of.
Oh, that
what could remain of that scene.
That couldn't be good.
If someone from what remains of Team Juniper perhaps says, "This is great, now we just need to get Blake back and we have Team Rwby back together."
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that could be a thing.
I could see someone saying that, and I imagine...
Probably Nora.
Yeah, I was for some reason thinking Nora.
Yeah, I was like, you'd think John, but no, I think that would be actually Nora.
If it turns out to be Nora, pick up the phone, we called it.
Exactly.
But
okay, yeah.
I imagine...
Looking forward to
if that happens, I do imagine immediately Rwby and Weiss being happy for a second, but then they look over to Yang.
Like, oh wait, turmoil.
Let's say she's not angry, but she just says...
Nothing.
We'll find her sooner or later.
Yeah, eventually. Who knows?
And it doesn't exactly go with the vibe of like anger or like being happy.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of like neutral. So it makes the audience think, wait, so like,
what's the state
like
of mind?
I got to know!
It's fun watching people that care about that squirm so much, because honestly, like, it'll happen when it happens. I'm fine with it.
I still kind of have that stupid hope, and this is like the Bumblebee shipper in me. So you're probably not going to like the sound of this, but...
Yeah, fine. Just go ahead.
What if, like, when they reunite, they say they have stuff to sort out, they go off somewhere, everyone's looking worried, like, oh, it's alright, Rwby, they'll talk it out, and everything will be fine, like, don't worry about it. I'm repeating myself there.
Yes,
so when they get to a secluded place, one of them says, "Oh, finally," and then they just start kissing. And end the episode there.
That's definitely not happening.
No, I know it's not, but imagine the reactions on YouTube. How beautiful would that be?
It would definitely cause some grade A flip-outs, definitely.
Oh, yes.
But, no, not happening.
No, I'm not saying just do that, like, out of nowhere, but then perhaps say, oh, this has been happening for a while, but we just haven't seen it.
Possibly, maybe,
and
who knows.
There is something that could maybe hint to that, I'm just not sure. Because I've heard some things going against it.
Okay, no.
I don't know.
No. We need to hang on here for a second.
Remember that song I sent you?
I know, but I have to point out the fact that it's like, well, it's a thing that I want to have happen, and maybe it will. I don't have any evidence to support the idea. In fact, I have some that goes against it, but, you know, it could happen.
It goes against it?
Well, that's basically what you just said.
No, I'm saying like, this kind of goes towards it. This hints at it. Remember that song I sent you? There's something about...
Yeah.
Like, secret... Yeah.
I get you.
Although, I will admit, like, again, this is just like, me being stupidly hopeful, so I'm not saying that I think this will happen. Although I have kind of said I do, so I'm kind of contradicting myself.
You really are.
Busy.
Anyway.
But, yeah, I've heard some things that say... Yeah, this doesn't hint at. In fact, I remember Aaron Zek, who voices Blake, says that the song Bumblebee doesn't confirm that it's happening.
So, I mean, yeah.
But that could be, like, subversion.
It could, but it could also be in a way of trying... It could be a lot of things. It could be a subversion, it could be trying to get people to not think about it, it could be trying to get people to talk about it. It could be a billion different things. It's impossible to know the true intentions of the statement.
Yeah. I mean, it's only subversions happened before in, like, well, I guess what is now Rooster Teeth content. For those who are a fan of Death Files, Ben and Chad have always said that they weren't going to do Solid Snake versus Sam Fisher because it would be the most boring fight they ever did, and, well, that fight's happened because it was just doing a subversion. Yeah, exactly!
It was amazing. That was one of the best episodes we've done.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, romantic entanglements are last on my priority list when it comes to this show, but whatever happens, happens.
I'm not saying it's, like, the most important thing. I'm just saying, it's something I would like.
You know, you could have fooled me, seeing as how it seems to be the most important thing for a lot of people that watch this show for some reason. It's like, we've kind of got more important things going on.
Yeah, like, there's someone threatening to basically end the way these characters live, as we know it.
That's basically where I'm at. If we ever reach another lull period where everyone could just be chill for a while, then I'd be more susceptible to it. But right now, we kind of need to focus on the whole training and strategizing and,
planning their heist. Assuming that happens.
It's happening. You just wait.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to keep that promise, aren't I?
Yes, you are, and it will be funny as all get out. Alright, so...
Well, at least the thing I have to show isn't that bad.
Yeah, that's true. Either way,
Wait, have we brought, speculation on how we think Blake could get to Mistral and reunite with everyone?
Didn't she...
Because I kind of want to talk about it.
Well, didn't she say she was, gonna?
Yeah, but... I have, two ideas. One I really don't want to happen.
And that would be?
The White Fang do, kill everyone and take a prisoner and take her to Mistral, but then everyone hears that's happening, and they say, oh, we gotta go and save our friend. They bust her out and kick some White Fang ass.
It's possible, but that would involve death. I don't like that plan.
I don't want to see her parents die. I like them, so have Blake and her parents leave Menagerie, get to Mistral, reunite with the team, and everything's happy.
I mean, Well, first and foremost, it's mostly due to the fact that, man, we've had enough sad for a while. Can we, dial
and I just
it back?
realized I did not mention Sun.
Yeah, you did. You kind of implied that. What you implied with what you just said was Blake gets distracted and taken out, somewhere by Hila, and then the White Fang show up and kill everyone.
Yeah, I didn't think that through. Yeah. Then again, when do I ever think things through?
I know, it's just, I didn't want to bring it up, but you kind of implied that not only would Sun die, but the entire town.
Okay, so they would... So in that thing, they just kill her parents and Sun, and then take a prisoner. Or Blake, her parents and Sun, just go off to Mistral. In fact, kind of like they do in the Volume 4 opener. They're on a boat.
Well, first and foremost, I don't think Blake's parents are going to die.
I don't want them to. I like Mama and Papa Belladonna.
They're fine. It's just, I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks, okay, well, they're obviously setting it up, and there's, a bunch of death flags and stuff. So it's yeah, they could do it, but I just don't feel like it would be the right call for some reason.
And we don't want them to.
Also true. Also, I don't think Blake's dad could go down like a chump.
No. The guy's built like a tank.
Exactly, I don't know about her mom's fighting capabilities, but I'm 100% certain that her dad can hold his own for at least a while.
I kind of wanted to set up, her dad's kicking ass, and then someone goes after her mother, and then someone panics, and then she just, does this awesome kung fu move, and Blake's, really surprised, Mom, you can fight? And it's just like that scene with, Fiona and her mother in one of the Shrek movies, where she's just you didn't think you got your fighting skills from your dad, did you?
Yeah. That's possible. Who knows? I mean, in the land of Vale, have we seen anybody?
They're not in Vale anymore.
Oh, right. Remnant.
Yeah, Remnant.
Sorry. In the land of Remnant, very few don't seem capable of fighting. You know what I mean?
Even Oscar can fight.
At least a little.
Yeah.
So, there you go, I guess.
I imagine Blake's mother would be able to, put up a fight.
Self-defense at minimum.
Yeah.
There's no way that they haven't considered the possibility of being attacked. So, anything else you wanted to bring up?
Onto what was the thing? If Blake's parents and son go with Blake to Mistral, and they also meet everyone. And I want Blake to introduce her team members. Oh, this is Rwby, this is Weiss, and then say, and this is my partner, Yang. And then Blake's dad likes her. I want that for some reason. Just for Sun, like, imagine Sun's reaction, like, come on, dude. That would be funny.
I mean, I'm not saying it wouldn't, it's just, you are absolutely hopeless. Like, holy hell.
I'm just going for the comedic factor, and it would make sense, wouldn't it?
No, man, look, you can justify it however you want, but the ship game is real with you.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Wait, oh god, you thought I was...
Why wouldn't I think that that's where you were going with that? Think about what you said!
What, just because I said she'd introduce her as a partner?
Not just that, but but Blake's dad likes her.
No, because he doesn't like Sun, so
I
I thought
know,
that'd be
exactly.
funny.
And in one sense, he's disregarding Black Sun and going with Bumblebee.
I wasn't even thinking of that. I just thought that would make a funny scene.
I thought that was the whole point of why you brought it up.
My mind's not always on Bumblebee.
You could have fooled me.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Maybe
I mean, I make nods to it in the cracks a lot. Well, then again, do I really make nods to it? Yeah, I do.
You do. Dear God, dude. I wonder if we'll ever do one of these where shipping doesn't come up.
I mean, we can try next time.
I am perfectly able to go an entire episode without doing it. But you, I just think it's like, it's in your blood.
Probably yes.
Okay, see, there we go. Alright, so, any sort of closing statements?
Well, looking forward to the next episode, seeing everyone happy.
Yay.
Wondering if they'll bring up Blake and how the mood is going to,
Change
go.
in that regard.
Or if it's even gonna happen, and then we're gonna get to see what's going on with Blake.
Or,
And,
maybe...
don't take Mama and Papa Belladonna away from me.
Yeah, and maybe, just maybe, they'll talk about that stuff off screen.
Oh, yeah, the maiden stuff.
Yeah, so, I mean, I imagine that by the time we see them, I'm pretty sure Blake and Weiss will probably be caught up.
Wait, Blake and Weiss? What?
Sorry, Yang and Weiss.
I mean, they do look really similar.
Shut
so
up.
I can see it.
Hopefully they'll be in the loop, at least as far as Rwby is. Oy.
Then, actually, I want to see their reaction to Oscar.
Oh yeah.
Like, who's this?
It's like, who's that? It's
oh,
like,
this is
oh,
Oscar.
that's
Wait,
awesome.
what?
That's awesome.
No.
And then he Yu-Gi-Ohs it up, and they're like, "Dang."
Oh God.
I don't know. They really do need to milk that for all it's worth, because it's still funny.
And I wonder if they're gonna make that connection to what Raven said, and then us and stuff.
Well, I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I feel like one of them would probably bring up. I mean, if Ozpin is right flipping there, like, so you know, we were talking to Raven and she said some tings. You wanna give your perspective?
He was bad-mouthing you behind your back, bro.
Yeah, so, like, are you evil? We don't think you are. We're, like, 90% sure you're the good guy, but, like, what up with that?
Why are you, like, somehow in the body of a young boy? Just Yu-Gi-Oh style, really.
Yeah, we just don't know. Time will tell.
And do not take that out of context, I swear to God.
See, I don't think anyone was until you brought it up.
Probably.
See,
But, hey,
one of your many...
yeah, it's comedy.
Many vices. Anyway, so assuming everybody enjoys this episode along with the other one, I guess we'll be back for Chapter 7? Yes? 7?
Yes.
Yeah, Episode 7, alright.
Chapter 7 is the next one.
Alright, then Chapter 7, and hopefully there will be some cool things to talk about. There probably will.
And hopefully I won't mistake another voice actor again.
You definitely will. Bye!
Yeah, I probably will. Bye.
Dork.